If you haven't been watching the news lately, you may not have heard about the Louisiana flooding. This tragic flooding not only affected people in Louisiana, but also their family here. My family personally was affected. My grandparents' house got flooded with a couple inches of water. My family went up there to try and help with the cleanup, and we saw multiple sinking cars and elephant-sized trash heaps in people's front yards. My cousin's house was instantly flooded when the flooding began, and they had to flee their house and go stay at their friend's house. A couple days later, their friend's house got flooded too, forcing them to finally have to go stay at my uncle's house an hour away. While the flooding in Louisiana didn't affect any homes in Texas, it still affected a couple Texans through the people that we love. But I'm not the only Marcus student that was affected. The recent flooding in Louisiana had a tragic toll on many families' lives. One person in particular is Kylie Harrell.
My cousin had actually called me, and she just told me to call her as soon as I could. And when I called her, it was scary because all she could do is cry.
Kylie Harrell has lived here in Texas for most of her life, but right now her heart is with her family in Louisiana.
But they said they left, and they came back 2 days later, I guess, when it had stopped raining and flooding over there, and they couldn't even get into their neighborhood.
While her family has faced no physical injuries, they have lost everything.
Well, they lost their house and their car. Their car actually went under the water, and it got ruined. So they lost all, their pictures and blankets and clothes.
When tragic events like this happen, it always warms the heart to see some good come out of the bad.
Well, it actually kind of brought my family more together because my aunt and my uncle are actually going through a divorce. And with all the flood coming through, it kind of pulled my family back together. I guess it did bring them together closer, but it actually ruined everything they actually had.
As for now, the rainfall has stopped and hopefully the state can continue on their path to recovery. This has been Cade, Halbert, and Jackson Cole reporting for MOB.